They may take our lives, but they'll never take our marketability! Wow. Fail.
You know, when this episode first aired, I remember saying to myself, yeah, that was alright. Can't really imagine that being anyone's favorite episode, but can't see it being hated either. And needless to say, I was wrong. I mean, I like some pony to watch over me, but I knew when that episode ended that people were going to hate it. Yet the hatred for It Ain't Easy Being Breezies completely took me by surprise. And it all seemed to focus on the Breezies themselves. The biggest complaint seems to be how they work. Why are small creatures going into an environment that could easily kill them being a question brought up a lot? But better critics than I have defended them on that aspect, so I'll be going over something that, at least I personally, haven't seen be defended that much. And that is the Breezies' behavior. Why are they such assholes that they are willing to risk never seeing their families again just because Fluttershy is kind to them? Well, I'm always up for a challenge, so put yourself in this mindset. Alright, so imagine you're on a boat. A big boat. In the Navy. Filled with supplies because it's World War III, let's just say that. But you have to pass through dangerous enemy territory. You try and get through, but you get ambushed by enemy ships. And then a large thunderstorm starts up. The boat starts shaking as the ship is bombarded with enemy fire and the wind and rain are pelting you in the face. All of a sudden, you, several others, and a small part of the supplies are flung overboard and tossed into the ocean. The waves are 10 feet high and start pushing you under. You struggle to get back up to the surface, and when you do, all you can hear are your friends screaming and the sound of gunfire. Salt water begins to fill your lungs as you are unable to see anything 3 feet in front of you. You try calling for help, fearing that your life could end at any second, thinking that this next breath might be your last as you are taken under by the murderous ocean, struggling to stay above. Eventually, you start to accept the inevitable as you begin to lose faith and curse the cruel God who abandoned you, hoping a shark will come to end your misery at a quick gulp so you don't have to spend any more time in pain and agony. Why did this happen? Why me? Why of all the people did this happen to me? Why, God? Why?
Black eye, like a doll's eye.
Game over, man. It's game over. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
But it's okay, you and your shipmates make it to shore safe and sound, but obviously shaken. You're back to the place where you got the supplies, and one place in town treats you very well. Free food, free shelter, it's awesome, all because you're heroes. The town gives you a ship with supplies to replace the old ones that fell overboard, but there aren't enough of you to run it, especially through enemy territory, and no one in town knows how to work it. Now the ship you were originally on did manage to get through, so they will get all the supplies left on the ship to their destination. So, looking it over, what are your options? Go through a dangerous area made even more dangerous given that there aren't that many of you, to get supplies to your country that your country may already have enough of. Now, let's say that even more enemy ships are on the way. If you don't get through in the next few hours, then you aren't getting through at all. Put your mind in that set for a minute. If you go, you could die. If you wait, then eventually the war will have to end, right? Or, in the Breezie's case, the portal will open again in a year and they will come and get them. So, while it's technically not the right decision in our eyes, to them it would be the safe decision. So the Breezies aren't really assholes so much as they are cowardly, and yes, that's bad. But that's why Fluttershy has to learn to be more stern in order to protect them. If there was no danger, then yeah, the Breezies would be just little assholes. But if the danger was too real so that even the ponies couldn't make it through, like, say, if the storm from Look Before You Sleep happened again, then Fluttershy would be the bad guy. Basically, that would be the equivalent of telling someone to take a small sailboat across the Atlantic during a hurricane. So yeah, I can understand the Breezie's behavior in this episode, and yeah, I think this is a good episode. Feel free to disagree, but I like this episode, and I actually like it more after defending it. So for those of you who are complaining about this episode, thanks, you made me appreciate it even more. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.